All right, Mark Zuckerberg continues to push Facebook towards being a tool of the MAGA agenda. The latest news is that Meta, the parent company of Facebook, is moving its content moderation team from California to the state of Texas, where Mark Zuckerberg says there is going to be a lower degree of concern about the moderation teams being biased. So put it all together. Yesterday, I told you that big Trump supporter Dana White will be joining the board of directors of Meta. His only qualification is that Mark Zuckerberg is really into ultimate fighting right now. That's the only qualification for Dana White. On Friday's show, we will talk about Facebook ending its fact-checking program. They're just going to end it. They're no longer going to do fact checks. Mark Zuckerberg saying, yeah, the whole fact-checking thing, it turned out it was like kind of biased in a way. Of course, very friendly decision to Donald Trump. And then now we learn that Facebook is going to be moving its content moderation team from California to Texas. I will let Mark Zuckerberg explain it. You will notice that Mark Zuckerberg increasingly looking like Dave Portnoy, interestingly enough, quite a look he's got going. Here is Mark Zuckerberg explaining it. Take a listen.
Hey everyone. I want to talk about something important today because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and I still believe this today. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people.
All right, so you get the point. So here's the sort of like totality of what's in the works. They're going to ditch the human fact checkers in favor of these community notes. This is very much going in the direction of what Twitter has done. This is certainly going to cut corners. It exploits the free labor of users, and it is very much friendly to MAGA. It will strip away protections on hot button issues like immigration and identity politics. Zuck says that the way they were doing it is just out of touch with the mainstream. In other words, this is another handout to MAGA and to Trumpism. They are pandering to Trump's grievance culture. And then, of course, they're going to move their trust and safety teams from California to Texas. They'll benefit from seemingly a friendlier political climate, maybe some tax perks. And it's important to know that, this kind of like free speech crusade of Zuck, focusing on the battle against censorship, when the right wingers focus in on we are for free speech, what they've tended to mean over the last several years is I want to say anything, be it xenophobic, racist, anti-Semitic, anti-immigrant. I want to be able to say anything with zero consequences and repercussions. And that includes zero consequences from the platforms and zero consequences socially. That's another thing. They insist that any consequences to their speech are a limitation of their speech, when the reality is the consequences to speech are also someone else's free speech. The timing of this is really difficult to ignore. Zuck has seen how X and Elon Musk, thanks to X's new moderation policies, X's new content policies, and Musk dumping in $250 million to Trump's campaign, has made X extraordinarily popular among the right, and it has given Elon Musk direct access to Donald Trump. You'll recall that Trump said during his first term, Zuck would show up and ask me for goodies and blah, blah, blah. Sort of negatively, pejoratively. Zuck wants to be more like Elon. He sees what is going on with these platforms. He wants a seat at the table, and so he's appeasing Donald Trump. Maybe he gets a tax cut. Maybe he gets a pat on the back from Trump's Republican Party, but this is really about being in the Dana White friendship and the entire thing. Increasingly, we just have to acknowledge Facebook is going the way of Twitter. That's it. It's going the way of Twitter. We have to understand that. It doesn't mean we abandon the platform. I still think it's best to use the platforms to the extent that we can to make whatever impact we can get. But we've got to continue building. And this is part of what I'm hoping to talk to Cenk Uygur about later today. So that's the latest. Facebook going fully MAGA, content moderation moving from California to Texas. And Friday, we'll dig in more detail to the end of the Facebook fact-checking program. Well, I wrote a book after a long journey and a ton of work. I am really thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you'll read it. The book is called The Echo Machine, and in a nutshell, it looks at how American politics got so broken, who has already figured out solutions, and how we can try to fix it and stop the terror of Trump for the next 4 years. With Trump winning this election, the Echo Machine couldn't be more relevant, not only a warning about how we got here, but also about what might be coming and how to prevent the worst outcomes. We've got to stay engaged. We need a plan, and that's what the book is about. There's a belief out there that unless you have corporate media behind you, you can't have a successful political book launch, that it's not possible. I think we can prove that wrong. Order The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere that books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, please order me The Echo Machine by David Pakman. Wherever you get the book, you'll get the free pre-order perks, including the signed book plate. Head to davidpakman.com/free book stuff after ordering.